if we get right into it, look at the amount of people that have had injury due to that one, and then they shut that down immediately. Excuse me. And now with this one we have 12,000. So in this newspaper, the Truthers, we have casualties, and are they hiding the real numbers? So if you want, I'll try to zoom in on that. You can read some of this article here. It's mostly to give you the big picture, the point. Declaration of Canadian Physicians for Science and Truth. Okay, these guys are standing up, and just bear with me here. Canadian doctors speak out. Top reasons not to be afraid of COVID. Oops, I said the C word. Let's see what happens to this video. Remember, this is not health, legal, or financial advice of any kind. I'm just a guy that likes to speak about interesting topics and bring about interesting correlations between these topics and how they can be used for other purposes in our wonderful world. So here we have the Supreme Court. According to U.S. law. Now, if you think this is crazy, it is. But the Supreme Court of Canada has talked about this in 2012. Now, if you look down here, if valid, Myriad's patents would give it the exclusive right to isolate an individual's, whatever that is, genes, and would give Myriad the exclusive right to synthetically create those genes. The cDNA is complementary DNA or something like that, and it's basically synthetic DNA, and they basically are saying they have the right. So this is technical, real understanding, and what they're doing with this new technology, it changes proteins in us, and such small scale changes can produce an entirely different amino acid or can end protein production altogether. Now, as well, let's see if I can find it, but these changes can occur that can bring about molecular changes, some good and some not so good in our systems. Now, what's going on and who's doing all this? Well, all you got to do is go look at the Bilderberg Club. They are in charge of the entire planet. This is not very clear, but it's the United States, the United Kingdom. You have Israel. You have U.S. territories and interests. You have international affairs and the Muslim world. So they control basically and get together for their meetings to educate their leaders on what's the next process. So what's the next process is a planned cyber attack. And look what we have here. From 1993, we have it written by Georgia Sears Hatton in Journal 57. It is important that this beast of computerized communications and international workings is now under all stops out way to have operational the new international telecommunication system by the end of January 1993. Now, what year is it now? Okay, we're 28 years later. How far down the rabbit hole do you think they've gone? That is only 3 months, brought down from over a year from now. Reason: to be able to stop all money transfers from and to any nation in the world at the push of a button instantly. Okay? So, they're talking about this back in 1993. This new computerized system. And what do you have here? Mr. Schwab talks about the fourth industrial revolution will come at a breathtaking speed and impact our lives completely, even our identity. Everything will be integrated into an ecosystem driven by big data. It's not just a digital revolution, it's a nanotechnological revolution. Now, does you know Brezinski came out in the 70s with a book called The Technological Era, which is all about this new biochemical way of processing what humans are today. And in the end, maybe there will be a direct communication between our brain and the digital world. So this is what they got going on. And then you can imagine what they implanted in our brains or in our SWIFT, ISO 2002. So they're making up excuses that if you look over here, between 2017 and 2019, 85 to 94% of Swiss corresponding system shows unstructured ordering and beneficiary customer field options being used. Up to 10% of payments requiring manual intervention. So this takes time, takes money, and is costly for these banking institutions. So they're changing it up to the new quantum financial institution, and that's the whole reason for the shutdown in 2020, for us to be putting in the new 5G system, so that and they can shut down things systematically. Now they are planning, okay, for a cyber attack, and just so you guys can get a bigger picture of this, I'm gonna just put on a short video clip. If you look up ACI, you'll see a lot of understanding of what's going on with these real-time payments. But if you can just bear with me here, here's a clip from Mr. Schwab.
Not only change how we communicate, how we produce, how we consume, it will change actually us, our own identity, and of course gives life to such policies and developments like smart traffic, smart government, smart cities. What we will see is that everything will be integrated into an ecosystem driven by big data and driven particularly by close cooperation also of governments with business, civil society, and this revolution will come at a breathtaking speed. It will be like a tsunami. And actually, it's not just a digital revolution, it's digital, of course physical, with nanotechnology, but it's also biological. And those three dimensions provides the particular force to this revolution. So what the World Economic Forum is doing is to promote this public-private cooperation to master the fourth industrial revolution.
So there you have it from Mr. Schwab himself. He is telling you how they're going to do nanotechnology, biotechnology, and put that in our beings. And you can know then that therefore Satan is alive and well, and he has a counterfeit, even to all the Bible definitions too. So even looking in political situations, and even a duplication of the nation of America has also been taking place. So we're fooled when we go in and sign our signatures. So if you look here, definition in Webster's dictionary, God can be a being of more than human powers, a divinity, an idol, any person honored unduly, and any object esteemed as a chief good, false deity. So here we're going to get a little bit into maybe the mark of the beast, the Antichrist, Book of Revelations, and a little bit of geometria. So as we look into this other system of geometria, it's putting 6. It's a system of 666, the system of the beast. So A is 6, B is 12, and you can follow along. Now, I'm not going to go over this too much, but as you can get into Webster's dictionary, see how it has a false definition for God, and there you go, Webster even equals 666. Now, you can do this for a few others, and if you see a special name there, okay, this gentleman, okay, but anyways, I don't want to call him a gentleman, but rape, Satan, and hate all come out to 6. Okay, it's not always coming to the perfect thing, but God and things are usually 3. Jesus turns out to be 3. So different names. You got 3, 6, and 9, and then you got like Lord Yeshua equals 9, which is one of the names for Jesus. Okay, Dharma's the scribe for all this work, and even her name comes out to a 9. So okay, so one of the biggest secrets is this duplication. And so they've counterfeited everything. And if you look even into paying taxes to the District of Columbia, and it owns 10 states, basically 10 federal regions if you look down here. And they also own other areas. And by getting you to change to your new zip code with 2 letters instead of your 3-letter abbreviation, it tells them that you're doing a new system, you're in a new region. And if you get into the book of Revelations, you can even come down here to the beast system and the 7 states, such as Puerto Rico, Guam, District of Columbia, Virgin Islands, American Samoa, the Northern Mariana Islands, the Pacific Islands. These are 7 entities. These could be the 7 heads. And the 10 horns described in the book of Revelation 13 are the 10 federal regions established in 1972 by President Nixon. So there you have it. And Kissinger is 666. Anyone heard of Henry Kissinger? Well, I could swear he's almost a spitting image of this guy. Must be closely connected. Of course, they go to the same groups, same clubs, and hang out. Just a little bit more here. What some of these equal. You can take a look at this at another time. So, I guess that's it. We all have it for today. Please look up SWIFT ISO 2002. We're getting into the quantum financial system. Okay, and even in the movie, the cyber attack was predicted in the movie in 2007, Live Free or Die Hard. And the guy goes on to say there's a fire sale and there's 3 steps. Okay, so there's 3 steps. I wrote them down. Let's see. Here, systematic attack on the entire infrastructure, take out all the transportation, financial base, and telecoms, get rid of all utilities, gas, water, electric, nuclear, everything that is run by computers. And this is almost everything. All at once, the system crashes. So this is the Black Swan event that these guys at WEF, World Economic Forum, are preparing for and preparing us for, and telling us that we're moving into a digital age, whether we like it or not. So please, people, get ready. Get prepared. Even get a cell phone. It's not that bad. You can get in on the ground floor of some of these digital technologies, and in later videos I hope to help you explore some of that option so that we're not left behind as all these movies. Now, one other thing I'll just put out there that they put in front of our faces is reincarnation. With this movie Infinite, wonderful movie, great movie, Mark Wahlberg. Does he know he can reincarnate? Why would they be working towards a global operational plan that's taken over 100 years for this New World Order? Hundreds of years. And since they set up the grid for the Tower of Babel and it fell, that grid was basically one language was made to control the entire planet under one language. And that's why God made it many languages, so we couldn't be controlled. But once we go under one grid, that's the connection of the entire planet being controlled by one Luciferian energy, which of course ultimate power corrupts absolutely. So we got to take care and not let this gentleman or any others try to, persuade us into going along with their agenda for the benefit of ours, when we know that these are experimental things they're doing on us and we're volunteering. It's all volunteer. Please stand up, and please remember, you do have the right to say no. Thank you very much and have a great day. I love you all. If you have any comments, please leave one below. I'd be really appreciated. Share with somebody you know. Hit the notification if you don't, so you don't miss a thing. And make sure you leave a comment for us so we can get your thoughts on what's going on in this world. And I'll catch all of you on the next one. Take care and bye for now.